I'm your host, the Online Guitar Guy, and on this video I'm going to teach you how to play Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. 6th string E. Fifth string A. Fourth string D. Third string G. Second string B. First string E. Okay, so the song is going to open with an F sharp power chord, which you'll play by putting your first finger on the 2nd fret of the E string, your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the A string, and your 4th finger on the 4th fret of the D string. From the F sharp chord, you're going to go to an A chord, which you'll play just by putting your first finger on the D string and the G string on the 2nd fret. And then you're going to move up to an E chord, just moving up one set of strings on the A on the 2nd fret and the D on the 2nd fret. And then you're going to go back to an F sharp chord. From there you're going to go to a D chord with your first finger on the A string on the 5th fret and your 3rd finger on the D string of the 7th fret and your 4th finger on the G string of the 7th fret. Then you're going to move up 2 frets, same fingering on onto the 7th fret and the 9th fret. And then you're going to move back to the F sharp chord. And then you just basically play that again. Now this riff you're going to have to read the tablature, which I put on there for you on the screen. You can see there. So let me show you how this is going to go. You're going to play 2 F sharps, an A on the 4th fret, back to F sharp, an A on the 5th fret, back to the E on the 2nd fret, an A on the 4th fret, back to the F sharp. Then you're going to play an A on the 2nd fret, a B, then an E on the 5th fret, an E on the 4th fret, back to the 5th fret. Back to the A on the 2nd fret. And then an E on the 5th fret. E on the 4th fret. And then an open E. So after you finish that, you're going to go to playing these 2 chords here. You got a D chord, which is a D power chord, your first finger on the 5th fret of the A string, your 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the D string, and your 4th finger on the 7th fret of the G string. Then you're going to bar your first finger on the A and the D string on the 2nd fret, your 3rd finger on the G string of the 4th fret, and your 4th finger on the B string of the 5th fret. Okay, so now you're in the chorus part of the song, where you're going to play an A chord, your first finger on the D, the G, and the B of the 2nd fret. You're going to play an E chord with your first finger on the G string of the 4th fret, your 2nd finger on the B string of the 5th fret, and your 3rd finger on the D string of the 6th fret. Next, you're going to move down to a D chord with the exact same finger. You just move down 2 frets. And then back to an A chord. And at the end of each time playing that, you're going to do this little bend on the 4th fret of the E string. The second time you play the chords, you're going to do this little riff here. You're just going to start from the 4th fret on the G string to the 2nd fret to an open string on the G string. You do the same thing on the D string. And same thing on the A string. Okay, so from that point there, after you play that little riff after that one time, you're going to play those chords 7 more times in the rest of that part. And the last time you play, you're going to play the E and the D as power chords. So let me show you how the last part of it is going to go. So when you listen to the song, you'll hear it'll end with an A, an E power chord, a D power chord, F sharp, G sharp, and an A. They do a little slide to the end there. Okay, so from that point you're going to go to an F sharp power chord, and you go to an E chord, back to an F sharp. And then from there you're going to go to a D power chord. Now here in the song, the guitarist, he does these things called harmonics on the 7th fret, which are kind of cool to do. You just hold your finger lightly on the 7th fret on the D and the G string and play it. Okay, then you're going to play that again. And this time you go to the D chord, you're going to play the D chord, then you're going to go play an A string on the 5th, the 4th, and the 2nd fret. Okay, now here's the tricky part. This part's got a big riff in it, which I'm going to show it to you, but it's probably going to take a bit of practice. Okay, so you're going to play an A chord. You're going to play an E on the 4th fret to the 2nd fret. Then you're going to play an E chord. Then back to the F sharp on the 2nd fret on the E string. Back to the 4th fret. Then you're going to play an F chord. Okay, now here comes the riff. I'm going to show it to you at normal speed first, and then I'll slow it down for you. Okay, so it's going to be bending down the G string on the 4th fret, E on the 2nd fret, B on the 3rd fret, up to the 5th fret, B on the 2nd fret, up to the 3rd fret, back down to the 2nd fret, a G on the 5th fret, back to the B on the 2nd fret, a G on the 5th fret, G on the 4th fret, a G on the 2nd fret, D on the 4th fret, and you go back and forth with the G and the D a couple of times. You move up and do the same thing on the A and the D. And you go back and forth on the 3rd and the 2nd fret with the A string, and do a little strum on the 5th fret of the E string. And then finish on the E string on the 2nd fret. Okay, now trust me, that riff is going to take a while to learn. It took me a really long time too, so don't worry too much about it. If it's too tough for you at first, you could just play the F sharp chord a few times. Okay, so when you do that part the second time, you're going to play the original F sharp, then E chord again, excuse me, then an F sharp again. Then you're going to play an F sharp note on the E string, followed by a G sharp note, and an A. Then you're going to pretty much reverse that. Go back up again. You play the F and the E and the F again. Then you play the same way you got back into the original verse before. Okay, then you go back to the second verse, which I showed you before. Now this time is another riff you're going to play. This rhythmatics will be a little bit easier in a way. What you're going to do is you're going to start from the second fret on the G string. You're going to play a B string on the third fret. And then a B string on the second fret. And you're going to move up like that all the way up the fretboard. That's basically the whole riff there. Okay, so from there you go back to the F chord and doing that little part that I showed you there. Now this time though, you're going to go back to the way you played in the intro of the song. But this time you're actually going to play an F sharp chord up here on the 9th fret. So you're also going to play A, E, and then that chord. And then you're going to move down the fretboard with these chords. You're going to do F, E, D, C sharp, B, A, and then you're going to do a little bend on the E string on the 4th fret, and then play an F chord, an F sharp chord. And you'll play that 4 times. Okay, so after that, you basically do an intro again. You know, the thing I showed you at the beginning, that little riff in the beginning there. that 4 times, and then you do the original chorus which I showed you before. And then basically at the end of the song it just fades out, so you can pretty much end it however way you want to end it. So good luck playing Crazy Train, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.